Can we say that 29th of May 2025 was a crazy day? Absolutely yes. Yesterday, Italian football was crazy. Mercato is crazy. And not speaking about players, speaking about managers, speaking about coaches. Yesterday, what a crazy day for Serie A. With Antonio Conte ready to leave Napoli to join Juve, making a U-turn, remaining, staying with Aurelio De Laurentiis. Gasperini already taking his pen, ready to sign his contract for a journey. With the Giallorossi saying, wait, I need a bit more time. Give me 48 hours to think about it. Are the Bianconeri behind it? We'll speak about it in today's video. But also, super important, we are just waiting for the official communication of Juventus Football Club on their site, on their social media, but Cristiano Giuntoli out of Juventus Football Club, ready to start a new era. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Thanks to the amazing support of yesterday during a beautiful live with so many people that were tuning in. We are that close to 38,000 Juventini. It depends on you. Maximum of like, share the channel with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you didn't yet, because you're helping me much more than you think. I perfectly know that you're not feeling well. That it's not a beautiful day according to you, that you are in depression mode. That yesterday a lot of people, when they saw that Antonio Conte remained at Napoli, well, they lost. They lost their faith because a lot of hopes were put in one man only. Antonio Conte, the savior, the one that won 3 Scudetti with Juve, that was there at the beginning of a winning cycle, the one that went to Inter and made Inter win, the one that went to Chelsea and made Chelsea win, the one that went to Napoli and made Napoli win, that did really well with Tottenham and with La Nazionale Italiana. I understand it perfectly. I know that it's hard to open the papers today and not finding Juventus on the first pages. What do we see? 2 sì on Gazzetta dello Sport, 2 yeses, the one of Allegri with Milan, the one of Antonio Conte staying at Napoli. If you are looking at other papers, you see on top of these 2 names also Italiano remaining with Bologna. Gasperini, pay attention, but close to Roma. We see so many things that are done deals, and that's only for Italian football. We are not even speaking about international football, where Real Madrid already announced, and their coach, and already a few signings to be ready, competitive for the Club World Cup and the new season. I totally get it. I understand. It's not fun. It's absolutely not fun. Also not seeing the tweets of Aurelio De Laurentiis that could be seen as the big winner of yesterday, tweeting avanti tutta, ahead, all ahead, più forti di prima, stronger than earlier, than before, with a picture of him celebrating next to Antonio Conte. It's not beautiful because a lot of Juventini are saying, Beppe, where are we? We don't have a coach. We have no clear idea. We don't have a sporting director. That was our plan and our only plan. We don't have a B plan. What do we do now? Is it Tudor? Is it really Gasperini? Is there a possible new name? We don't know about Comolli. Big question mark. Tognozzi, but what role? We don't know. We are a bit lost. Season 25-26 is already over. Forget about it. Nothing will happen. We can already maybe hoping, praying that season 26-27 will be a good one. But this one, I'm not ready to live it because the things are not beautiful. On the 30th of May, I don't see the light. Actually, it's even more darker than the day before when we saw a little light that was there for Antonio Conte. Beppe, why are you not stressed? Beppe, how is it possible for you to still have a smile, to still have hope? Because I tell you, I am not worried. I'm annoyed. Yes, of course, I will not lie about it. But absolutely not worried. Not worried because things happen, because there are worse things in life. The serious things are what I experienced yesterday, being there in Belgium, Brussels, in the Heysel, yesterday for the 40 years commemoration, Memorial Day of the big drama that happened with 39 angels that passed away. Again, rest in peace. Yesterday was an emotional day for me. In the afternoon, being there present with Gianluca Pessotto that was representing Juventus. These are the serious things. These are the things that I really want to stop and to be depressed in thinking about these horrible images about the past. Calciomercato is fun. Calciomercato is fun. Yesterday what happened, even if this time we can say that we lost, because let's not lie, Juventus really wanted Antonio Conte, and it is a big loss that could be seen as some people like a shame for Juventus. A really dirty thing on the CV of Juventus. We can say it, it's true, but yesterday according to me was fun. U-turn here, crazy thing here, a breaking news there. I have fun with calciomercato. I have never been the one that was going in depression mode in the month of May, in the month of June, in the month of July. Absolutely not. What matters the most is the field. If we are speaking about football, that's what matters. The victories, the games, the end of the season. If you're able to win or not. The conclusions we're taking at the end, not on the 29th, not on the 30th of May. That's something that will not happen. I don't know the future. Sometimes what really looks like a total disaster can hide extremely beautiful things. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you're extremely lucky. Marchisio will tell you that. Going in second division Juventus, Marchisio got a career without Serie B, without that 2006. Marchisio probably never have even thought to play consistently in Juventus first team. Chiellini will tell you exactly the same. A lot of these players will tell you exactly the same. Sometimes unfortunate events or things that we are thinking it's the end of the world are actually looking better after things happen. If you're taking the good decision. If you're able to not stop, but to continue to fight and having that sense of revenge, that will to do better. Antonio Conte, I will already tell you, didn't choose Napoli. Put that out of your mind for whoever is watching this video. Antonio didn't choose Napoli. Antonio, he chose Antonio. Conte chose Conte. Is it a surprise? Absolutely not. Here on the channel, and you are witness of that, I always told you, I think he will come. I believe he will come. Like the entire journalists were. Like also Antonio Conte thought that he would come to Juve. But I told you, I think he can be the man. I believe he will be the man. I will forgive him all what he did because there are some things that I didn't agree with. Pay attention. Antonio has weaknesses. If you believe that him only will change entirely Juve, no. And actually, he was aware of it. And that's also why he asked a lot of changes in the management. He didn't want to come with Cristiano Giuntoli. Were we late? I don't think so. Because for being late, it means that Antonio already found an agreement. Juventus anticipated. It's Antonio Conte that chose Antonio Conte. I'm not surprised because I remember the man that left in his fourth season after one day. That decided to say, no, I leave. That could have stopped the winning cycle of Juve. I remember the one that didn't behave really well in the Allianz Stadium during the COVID. I remember a lot of things of Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte does what Antonio Conte thinks that is best for him. He has chosen for Antonio Conte. Can you blame him? As a professional, no. It's the reality, and we need to be aware of the reality that at the moment Napoli is much more advanced than Juve. They just won the Scudetto. They did really well. They will reinforce themselves on the market. Financially, they are in a better situation than Juve. He has chosen for him. Instead of coming to a Juve that is in difficulty. So forget about the soldier, the knight, the beautiful knight of the white horse that is coming to save you because he's a Juventino. Juventinos, you show it with acts of love. Is it a Juve thing to go to Inter and to insult the president of Juve in their home? I don't think so. Is it a Juve thing to jump into your car and to drive immediately from Croatia to Juve? Yes. If I have to choose about the one that I consider Juventino between Antonio Conte, that is Antonio Conte, or Igor Tudor, in terms of Juventinità, I choose Igor Tudor without any doubt, without hesitation. So forget about it. Now, I wish him the worst on a professional point of view. On a human point of view, of course, I wish him the best because that would be really strange for me. But on a professional point of view, I hope that he loses with Napoli. I really hope that he loses with Napoli. But not only that he loses with Napoli, I hope that Juventus win. I hope that Juventus win big and that then, in 1 year, he's regretting his choice. Anyway, chapter Antonio Conte, over. I don't want to nominate Antonio Conte here anymore on the channel. Probably I will do, but I don't want to. Cristiano Giuntoli. And that's the breaking news. While I'm speaking, it's possible that the official communication of Juventus will come out. Cristiano Giuntoli, yesterday we already anticipated the news. out of Juventus Football Club. We already understood it clearly when he was not there yesterday during the opening of that new monument in Torino, Verso Altrove. That was a huge one when everyone was there except of him. John decided to change management, which is a story, a narrative that we are explaining you here already since more than 1 month. Changes, because it was not on the request of Antonio that John wanted to change. Elkann wanted to change regardless of Antonio Conte. Then, if because of these changes in terms of timing, Antonio Conte would have joined the team, good, fantastic, because that was the objective. If not, anyway, we continue with the changes. Calvo, that will go to UK, was the first name that we know from big management that is leaving. Cristiano Giuntoli and team, because it's not only Cristiano Giuntoli leaving as well. You will tell me, Beppe, the big thing that we have to blame to Cristiano Giuntoli is the mercato. It's the 3 big names, Koopmeiners, Douglas Luiz, Nico Gonzalez, that were flops, even if I personally don't want to put Nico Gonzalez in the same category as Koopmeiners and Douglas Luiz. You will tell me Huijsen is the one, the name. Kelly is another name. Mercato. And I will tell you that partially you're right. Partially you're right. Absolutely. Because the big investment that have been done on the mercato didn't perform on the field. But I will tell you more. It's not that. It's not that is the main reason why Cristiano Giuntoli is leaving Juve. Because Juventus is asking him to Juve. Because Juventus will oblige him to leave Juve. It's because of the management. The management, chief of football, is responsible for all the sporting side of the first team. And he totally failed. He failed in the management of the Allegri. Look at what happened in the Coppa Italia final. Look at what happened in the next few days. Look at the choice of Thiago Motta. Look at how Thiago Motta was managed when things were not going well. 4 coaches in 2 years, and probably the 5th one would have arrived with Antonio Conte. Allegri, that was not chosen by him, but Allegri, Montero, Thiago Motta, total failure. Tudor that he knew that he would not have stayed. Look at the post-victory against Venezia. Look at the communication that was not at the Juve level. Communication, management of locker room, the captain that is leaving in the winter. Juventus, bad results, because Juventus, thanks to the last day, thanks to a victory 3-2 with a penalty, correct penalty, that's how we qualify. That was absolutely not what John Elkann wanted the day that he wrote that letter to the shareholders, telling them that Cristiano Giuntoli was the man. Giving too much power to one man? Yes. Like we, Juventini, wanted to give all the power to Antonio Conte. So are we repeating again a mistake? Did we just dodge a bullet? I think so. I think that in a way, we are lucky. Of course, I regret not having Conte. I would have been extremely happy, and today we would have been here with a huge big smile, being and spreading positivity, dreaming already about the Scudetto, because I always told you, Antonio Conte here at the starting line would have been a message that you send to the entire Serie A. Juventus is there to compete for the Scudetto. With whatever other coach, you will not have that impact in terms of message that you send, but that message you will have to create it on the field with the new coach or with Tudor, with the management, with the team. So you need to spread that message with unity and teamwork instead of one man only. I hate it, you know it. The project is centered around one player, that it could have been Dybala, Federico Chiesa, Dusan Vlahovic, Paul Pogba. I always hated one man only. Cristiano Giuntoli, the coach, where we are all blaming like an Allegri. No. A team, this is bringing you result. At least that's how I really perceive management. John Elkann, the first name that he has chosen is Comolli. I made a video about it, and since that video, I even discovered more and more information, which make me think that he could be the man. Could be. Not is the man. I'm not here to promise you that he is the man, but could be the man. The pupillo from Wenger. Wenger took him as a young kid because he already spotted him. Monaco brought him to Arsenal, worked with them. Revelation from a youth coach that was Comolli, arriving to Arsenal, speaking with Liam Brady. You know Liam Brady? Speaking with Arsène Wenger, where he heard for the very first time that actually a good coach is not the one about technical choices, but a coach is actually, a good coach is the one that is able to choose who to keep into the team, who to sell on the market, and who to sign on the market, which we was totally in shock in saying, I don't understand it. But from the moment that he understood that, at least himself at Comolli understood who was the most important person in a club, and it's the one that is choosing the player. And that's what I'm telling you. Attenzione, because Tognozzi, that Luca Monblano anticipated everyone in March already, saying there are 87%, I don't remember how much, percent of the chance that he will join Juve, could be not head of scout, but could be the sporting director of Juve. If I know how much Comolli is believing in choosing the right players for the team, and Tognozzi, that I always spoke well about him when he was at Juve, when he left Juve, and now that he's maybe, probably coming back to Juve, I think that that can be a fantastic duo for Juve if they are doing the right choices, if they really do the right choices. Will it take a bit of time, a bit more time than having an immediate impact with Antonio Conte? Could be. But working as a team is important. Ciao Juventini, Juve su gas. Giuntoli with Conte would never have worked in no possible situation. So it was or Giuntoli continued or Antonio Conte could have joined Juve. None of them is there anymore. Just waiting for the official communication. So who is the next one? Not Mancini anymore. Thank you, not Mancini anymore. Because that was in the mind of Cristiano Giuntoli as the coach. Mancini, if not Pioli. Luckily, these two will not be selected by Giuntoli, and I'm extremely happy about that. A name that has been contacted by Juve in emergency is the one that we already contacted 1 week ago. The name of Gasperini. Is he ideal for Juve? No, like Antonio Conte was not ideal, like Tudor is not ideal, but Gasperini could possibly work in that philosophy of working also with youth academy players, working with a team, being there with his experience, with his Juventinità, a Juventino that is coming from Torino, from that city, knows really well what it is to be a Juventino, could be a good solution in partnership with Tognozzi that could work for Gasperini to bring him the players. A co-manager could see again the light, being again the co-manager that we admired at Atalanta. Attenzione, Retegui is now a player that if Gasperini is coming, that I would say, attenzione, yes, why not? Gasp knows him really well. A Lookman is a player that today I will tell you, yes, why not? Of course, don't give 200 million to Atalanta on the market. Then choose wisely, and not even sure that we need to go for these players, because with Tognozzi, with his ideas, with Comolli, with his ideas, maybe we'll go to our total different players. I'm waiting. Am I promising you here that Gasperini is the next coach of Juve? No, because people promised you that Conte would have been the coach. You never know. Mercato is beautiful. Mercato is crazy. It's crazy. Everything that is right today can be wrong tomorrow. Gasperini the coach. If not, we can continue with Tudor. I tell you, I would have loved Antonio Conte on the bench of Juventus today. This is unfortunately not the case, but there is football before Conte, there was football with Conte, there will be football after Conte. There was a winning Juve without Conte, there was a winning Juve with Conte, there was a winning Juve after Conte, and there will be a winning Juve no matter what. Does it take time? Maybe. Now it's important to choose wisely who will start a new era of Juve and not going with a mistake, one man only. I would love a trio of Comolli, Tognozzi, Gasperini. I would love a trio of Comolli, Tognozzi, Tudor. I would love a trio of Comolli, Tognozzi, and whoever coach that you want to put. Let's go for it. Dai, heads up, Juventini. I know it's hard, but we are only on the 30th of May. We have a lot of work to do. But only if we believe in it. Otherwise, we give up and it's really over for the season 25-26, which is absolutely not my intention, because we have a Club World Cup to do well with and then a summer mercato that will be totally crazy. If you didn't, please put a maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe. Grazie, forza. Juve.